Yeah, what I want to talk to you guys about is why the Amazon rainforest is so important for the world. Because, for one, due to its size, the chances that we are losing plant species that could cure some of the worst diseases is actually quite high. Now, let me explain, okay? For one, the thing about the Amazon rainforest is that it is incredibly huge, okay? The Amazon rainforest, if you look at the map, even if you probably go on Google Maps today, despite the fact that a huge chunk of it has been wiped off of the face of the earth, probably there's a good chance. Well, of course, you'll notice that it's actually the size of a country. There was a report just a couple years ago that each year that they cut a part of the Amazon rainforest that was the size of Rhode Island. Okay? And Rhode Island, you can actually see on a map in the United States. I think it's a state or something. Which shows you how huge that place is. Okay? It really is a very huge place. So there's definitely a lot in there. And the thing is, to give you an idea of how much we're losing, they say, remember in the past when they used to say, and you could look it up yourself. It's not like on the internet. It's not like anything is going away anywhere. They said that that each day, 50 to 100 species go extinct every single day. In the Amazon rainforest. Really, they said that. Okay, 50 something species go extinct every day. So if we're talking about every single day, and this is not just, and some of these, of course, would be plants, besides, like, that's all you really see from outer space, um, and all of those sorts of things. Can you imagine the ecological biodiversity? I remember reading this. This was in 2001. Okay, so it's been thousands of days. Every single day, we've lost some species in there. So honestly, the chances that we're losing something that actually could possibly, if further investigated, could help people become healthier, the chances are actually quite high. Honestly, if you look at probabilities and all that sort of stuff, to be honest with you, I'm certain we've already lost something. Who knows? Maybe we've probably lost maybe a few things that could have healed humanity. Maybe we could have lost something that could have possibly cured Ebola or some major disease. You cannot tell me you can lose that many species each day for thousands of days, thousands of days, and you haven't lost something important. And to give you an idea of how biodiverse it is, they literally say, and this is an interesting fact too, they say that if you visit the Amazon rainforest, every single person who visits the Amazon rainforest, I heard about this. If you just ask anyone who might have visited there, maybe just on a tour, they literally say that every person who's been there sees a new species that is undiscovered by science. You don't have to be a trained botanist or anything. You just see something that nobody has ever seen before, which would make sense, because due to how huge it is, okay, there's of course going to be a lot of the fact that it's the size of a country as a whole. There's of course going to be a lot of things out there, to be honest with you. So with it being the size of a country, there might be a chance, as especially with modern technology and being able to go to different areas, and all that sort of stuff. And the fact that a lot of the plant species and all that sort of stuff happen to be quite small, and a lot of these companies, these botanists, tend to be underfunded. And you also have to include the fact that when they look at something, they put a lot of effort into researching it and writing it down. So there is a good chance that you, of course, are seeing something is that nobody has ever seen before. Because that's the thing what these botanists and all these people who discover species have to do. So I'm certain that what these people are reporting is true. And also another point is that we are losing species that could benefit us for enjoyment, because with all of those species, of course, not all of them, all of the plants have to just be for medicine, maybe it could be for medicine, and all at the same time, maybe it could be something that looks cool to look at, like a flower or something, or a tree. To honestly, you don't know these sorts of things. With its diversity, you might see some of the coolest trees you could possibly imagine. There might be a tree that when it turns dark, it actually glows in the dark. There could be possibly a tree, a plant, I should have said instead, that looks absolutely perfect for any unique individual in the world. With how huge it is, you cannot tell me there can't be a plant that looks perfect for you. It might have a smell that's perfect for you. Okay? And the next thing, that's also an interesting fact is the food. The chocolate and vanilla also comes from the Amazon rainforest. Okay? So with all of the food that we're losing, because some of the plants are food, can serve as that, we're losing a lot of food that maybe you might like. That might be on the same level as chocolate and vanilla. Besides, those two things came from there. To be honest with you, there could be stuff that we've never tried before. Maybe even types of taste that would be completely new to us. It'd be as revolutionary as like having a tomato or a potato. You don't know these, you don't know these things. I don't mean that saying you don't know these things as an insult. I'm just simply saying I don't know them. But I'm pretty sure from what I've seen, it's got to be true. So it could be something that companies could make a huge profit off of. Besides, we need more diversity. And another thing is at the species level. You remember when they used to have pet shops? I remember they used to have PJ's Pet Shops here in Canada. I don't know if they still have it anymore. Well, they shut it down. It went bankrupt. They used to have some of the coolest looking species out there. And with how small these insects, and some of these lizards and all these small animals, that's what I think we really care about. No insects. I think it would be very interesting to see what kind of species we could find that maybe we could share with the world. And of course, we'd have to mass breed them so they don't go extinct naturally. Honestly, there could be some species that you could literally set on fire and it would actually, the heat would, it would evaporate. The heat would just fall off of it. There could be some species, that literally if water were to fall on them, it would just fall off, because they're waterproof. These are a lot of interesting possibilities, and there's a lot I'm pretty sure that would go against human comprehension. And all. So, in general, to sum up the video, we need to save these forests, as I'm sure the companies that make money off of these sorts of things, cutting and the logging, if they were to put the same effort into doing this, they would make more money. Besides, each area you go into, you see new species anyway. They could put effort into just researching something. We could, and not just that, they could possibly help humanity, which in general might not just help them, but it might help their kid who might have like terminal cancer, or maybe even them who might have some issues. Maybe they are quite wrinkly and they want help for it. So in general, it would just, everyone would benefit from this. And this is my video, and this is all I have to say.